Holy fucking shit. What is going on? we have
I don't
many...
know. Is that a question for me or the audience? Because I don't know.
Please, someone tell us. We have so much to say. Like, there's been all sorts going off lately. Most times we'll come to this podcast and be like, "Oh, so what's going on, Judd?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't know, nothing," for like 3 months straight, and then like in 1 week we have everything to talk about. For starters, what I want to talk about first is the fact that whenever Judd joins this call, he never faces the mic towards his mouth for some reason.
What do you mean? Oh, that's close enough.
No, Judd, where the volume knob is the front of the microphone.
I know, but
oh, there we go. There we go.
Right.
That'll do. Okay, so stick around in this podcast because Judd's got some shit to tell us. Right? He went on a date, so you get to hear all about that. And I've seen some little video clips which tell me there's gonna be a big old story there. Put it that way. So you're gonna want to stick around for that. But listen here. I've got some shit to talk about, Judd. So I'm more important. Yeah. No, basically I'm getting my shitty stories out of the way. What about this weather we're having, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That sounds stupid, but our weather has just been...
I know.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm doing a stupid bit of like, oh, I actually don't have anything to talk about. But no, seriously, for once, I want to talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Because as I'm recording this, last night, we had a fucking freak thunderstorm all across England. The whole, the UK even, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Did you see that lightning bolt hitting that pylon and the pylon just, exploding?
No, you'll have to send me that. There was, live news reports happening because there was so much lightning. Apparently, someone died. A 9-year-old got hit by lightning and died.
Yeah. A 9-year-old was out playing football in Blackpool, and it just fucking hit him in the middle of this field, and he died.
I know. It was crazy. I've got my McDonald's driver on the way, by the way.
Oh, cool. I'm sending it now on Facebook. We can have a live reaction to that.
Yeah, nice one. Internet's opening now. That's good. Before this podcast, it weren't opening. Another freak weird thing happening. But yeah, I was. My girlfriend was around at my house because we were planning on doing a bunch of workouts. We just fancied having a big workout session, so we did that. But then this storm fucking started, and we were thinking, look, right, it'll be fine. Cars are actually really safe in storms. They genuinely are. I'm not just saying that to be a dick. They actually are, and so I thought she'll be fine. But then we ran to her car, and on my way back, I was thinking, actually, you know what, this is quite fucking bad. So she rung me in a car. I was like, no, I'm not driving home. Let me stay at your house. so I was like, you know what? Fine. So I managed to set her up on one of these work laptops because we work at the same place now. And I had a bunch of other laptops that I had to reset and prepare for new users when we get some new users. So I managed to just kind of get one of those ready for her. And it was fine. But honestly, the hail that came down, it made a sheet of snow on the floor in maybe 7 seconds. A full sheet. It was crazy. Let's have a... Oh, I can't show this on screen, but let's have a quick reaction to this lightning hitting a pylon. How loud is this? Oh my god, yeah, it proper whacks it and sparks go everywhere. It's quite far away, but we got sent today in the work chat a map, a place where you can see how many lightning strikes happened, and we saw the amount of lightning strikes in this area. There was loads, and there was 3 near my house. So I don't know. I'm maybe interested in going and just having a look at them, actually, just to see if I don't know, there's a hole or just some burn or something like that. I don't know, but that shit was crazy. Are you drinking today, Judd?
I'm not. No. But I tell you what, I feel like I fucking should be.
Ladies and gents.
I feel like I should be. In fact, I might just go running and it's a full bottle of Jägermeister. I'm just gonna drink it fucking neat. That's all.
Yeah, go for it. There we go.
No,
Convinced.
I'm not.
Grab yourself a Jaeger bomb, Judd. You deserve it. You
I'm not on a Jaeger bomb.
had a wild old
to make
time.
a Jaeger bomb. Today, I've got in and just like when just shit just doesn't do as you want it to do.
I know, Judd. Trust me, because that's the other thing I wanted to tell you about before you get into your stuff. This Monday was one of them just unlucky fucking weird days. It seems like sometimes life gives me a little bit more break than normal, and then piles it all into one day, you know? And that was this Monday, right? Because I already had to drive into the office, which I don't like having to do. I know that sounds like a stupid thing, but it's not a short drive. And being as I can work from home a lot of the time, it's annoying when I have to do something like that's 30 miles away from me, you know? So I had to go to one of the charity shops that we have and tell them about the IT that's got to be in there, basically. And I'd already been to this shop with my boss to scout it out and see what we needed. And he'd told me what we'd gone round, seen what we needed, and then in the car back from the charity shop to the office. This is to be continued. My food is here. Judd, tell us something else, maybe about balls. Go.
Okay, so my balls. Let's talk about my balls, ladies and gentlemen. My balls are quite musky. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. I've got quite musky balls. Now, it's not like my balls stink. I ain't got stinky balls. Listen, I'm not saying I got stinky nuts. I have definitely got musky nuts, though. And I will say that, like... What is this fucking bit? I swear to God. See, the problem is I crack myself up even when I'm sat fucking talking to myself. I'm too damn funny! Right, okay. So, I clean my balls in the shower very thoroughly. But I could go about 20 minutes.
Don't worry, the saviour has returned. It is me.
I could go about 20 minutes, and my balls would just start being
back.
musky again.
Hello?
It's not unpleasant. I was telling the audience about how I've got quite musky balls.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
Kind of
and
sad I missed that.
I was just saying that, like, it's not unpleasant. I'm like they don't stink, but it will be like 20 minutes like after a shower, and it's not like I don't properly wash them, because that's an area I quite thoroughly wash. So it's like it'll be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes after the shower, and I'll be like, my balls are musky again.
I can vibe with this, Judd. I get the same.
Yeah.
Anyway,
like again, it's not that like I've got stinky balls. It's just like it's like
let me
a bit musky.
whiz through Monday so I can eat food while you talk shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, my boss on the way home from the charity shop, I'd made a point of confirming with my boss, being like, right, so this and this and this is what we need, yeah, and where we need it and all that.
Okay.
And he said, yeah, that's what we need. Not any no little tweaks. He was like, yep, that's what we need.
Right.
So on Monday, I went and told them that, and then this guy that I had to tell was like, oh, well, Steve sent me an email with all of this stuff on, and it was just not the same. So immediately I was like, oh, well, fuck me then. What am I going to do about that? Because he's on holiday, and he's been on holiday the past 2 weeks, so I was like, great, brilliant. And that's a very normal kind of annoyance, to be fair, but I kind of handled it enough anyway. So then I had to go back to the office, and another task I had to do that day was I had to go out to this board member's house to fix them an IT issue. Now,
okay,
I already didn't like having to do that because they were getting special treatment because they're rich, basically, which is quite annoying, and I don't like that, but I had to do it. It's part of my job. So as soon as I went to open the office door to walk to my car and drive there, it immediately pissed it down with rain. Literally, I was reaching for the door, there was no rain, and as I touched the door handle, with rain. Like, honestly, it was like someone had done toggle downpour on Minecraft. It was, honestly. And I didn't have a coat or anything because all the morning it was fine. I was slightly warm, if anything. So I stepped out, and it was like walking into the shower with clothes on. Honestly, I just immediately got drenched. And so much so that I thought about walking to my car, but I ran. I had to run. And the thing is, by the time I'd got to my car, my shirt was completely wet. I may as well have just chucked it in like a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And then, as soon as I got to my car, it stopped. It just stopped. It was literally only there as I was trying to get to my car. Which, honestly, it was like some sort of miracle. It was crazy. So,
Yeah.
I had to take my shirt off in the car park because it was drenched. I had to take my shirt off, and I put on this, like, work-branded fleecy with no shirt underneath it. As I'm about to go to this really rich woman's house, by the way.
Yeah.
I did that, and I found some shorts in the back of my car that I'd put back in there in case it was very sunny for a hike at the weekend. And I had to, dry my hair with these shorts because it was just drenched, and it was like, my hair was, like, dripping all down my face. So I had to do that. So then I had to drive to this woman's house, and I found it all right, to be fair. I fixed her computer issue, and I went to get in my car to drive off, and there was this woman in this, like, she had a... Oh, by the way, I pulled up to this lady's house, that computer I had to fix, and rung her being is like, oh, I think I'm here. And she said, all right, I'll just come to the door. You'll have to give me a bit... You'll have to wait there a minute. And I was thinking, oh, maybe she's older than I thought. Maybe this makes more sense, like... that I had to wait.
Yeah.
But as I was walking back to her office with her from the front door, I realised, no, it's just a long walk. That's how big her house was.
Oh, right, okay.
It was just a long walk to her door because she had a massive fucking house.
Right, okay,
And there was one, like, next door to it. And as I was leaving and got in my car, I saw this old woman, like, at the door of this house with some flowers in, and I caught eye contact with her, so I just give her a little wave.
Yeah.
And then she started walking towards my car, and I was thinking, oh god, this isn't going to end well. I immediately thought, fucking hell, something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
And she just comes up to my car and opened the back door. And I was like,
What?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she weren't really acknowledging me. And then
Yeah.
she shut the door, came to the passenger side door,
Yeah.
and opened that, and I was going, hello? Hello? Like, quite loud. And then eventually, she looked at me and was like, she had like a German accent, I think, or like a Holland accent, and she's like, oh, I thought you were my son. Apparently, she was Irish in this version, though.
All right, okay.
And I was like, all right, I'm not.
I thought you was my son. Yes, right, yeah.
So
They're not Swedish.
She just kind of shut the door, and at that point, I was thinking, get me the fuck out of here.
That's so weird.
I know.
That's so weird. But like, thing is, like you handled that so differently, like to how I would have done. Because like you were going, hello, excuse me, miss. I would have straight up ran up to her and gone, what the fuck are you doing? Get away from my car, you stupid bitch. I would have slapped her upside her head. No, but even still. That's my shit. I don't know you. Like, that's like if you just come up to me. That's like if you came up to my house and just opened the door and just stood in the doorway. Like, I don't. What are you doing? I would have laid her out.
Thing is,
Schizo bitch.
Thing is, though, I thought she seemed quite confused.
Yeah.
I think she was probably confused. So started driving home, and when I got on the motorway. When everyone's going fast, it decided it was going to rain again, to the point where I could see, like, whiteness on the road, and that was it. And there weren't cars in front of me or anything, by the way. There were not in the lane I was in. There was no cars, like, near me to spray back up at me. That's just how much rain there was. So I had to slow right down. I was like, fucking hell! Luckily, it did disappear, and I got home. And then I got home... And after all that day, you know what you're like. You just kind of want to sit and play a relaxing game, or just watch a film and be like, "Fucking hell."
Yeah.
But I knew I've got to do
That's like me when I want to come home on a Wednesday and want to relax. I have to do this fucking podcast. That's like.
I love podcast day, but I was thinking, right, you know what? I should do some exercise actually, and I managed to muster the courage to go out and do like quite a long walk.
Okay.
And I got back. And I sat down and I thought, right, I could do with a nice bath now. I've done all of that. a big walk,
Yeah.
and I go to get in bath, and there's some fucker in the bath, and I was just thinking, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking, this small joy has even been taken away from me.
Yeah, exactly.
But there you go.
Fucking exactly.
That's my shit Monday. There's many more things, actually, that I've got on my list that I thought would be interesting to talk about, but it can all wait, because we've got to hear about this premiere date story.
It's not. You know what? I made out to you that like it was, you know, like this big thing, but honestly, it was just a good night out. So
I need a walkthrough, Judd. You need to learn to tell stories how I do. You know, I draw them out, start at the beginning, make it all sound interesting, build things up. Give me some of that. Give me some of that
right,
action.
I suppose. Okay, so I went to my mate Sam's house first. We sat there for a little bit and just had a chat. Then his mum dropped us off in town. I got a little bit of something to eat, and then we went to go wait for his date at the train station.
Mm-hmm.
She showed up, and then we went to a pub
What's she
called...
like? What was she like?
She was very nice. She was very nice and lovely.
Because,
And
right,
yeah.
it's a weird mate, Sam, innit? It's White Nose Sam, yeah? And
Yeah.
So, what girls has kind of attached themselves to White Nose Sam? Is she out of his league? Is she as much of a weird as he is? Oh,
apparently Catholics. So
no, she is
Yeah.
not actually Catholic though.
yeah,
She's
no.
like pretend Catholic, like she says she is, but don't actually practice any Catholicism.
Oh yeah, no, she'll not be. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know.
No way, not associating with you lot.
You'd be surprised. It's the godly folks you need to watch out for. To be honest, Jake, they're the ones that are the real freaks.
You're not wrong.
But yeah, so we met her, and then we had a walk down to the Washington, which is a very nice place, a very nice pub, and my date was already there waiting for me, and we just started talking. She was very nice, funny.
What was the catch? Because there always is one. Was she fat? Did she have a tumour? Was she like 9 foot tall? You know, did she have like weirdly big feet? Like not so big that it looks like clown shoes, but like
No,
you know, like a size 9 men's, something like that.
Now that you say, there was one catch, one little thing.
No, I know what you're gonna say. Don't even do it.
It's not. I don't think it's what you think
Fine,
it is.
fine, fuck it.
She was married.
Oh no! No! Oh my god! No! No! Ah! Oh no!
What's weird is this is not the first time this has happened.
I called it. I told you. It's always a trap, Judd. Amazing. So what happened then? Did this friend I'm guessing, right? This is what I'm guessing has happened then. This girl who's going on this date with your friend,
Yes.
has brought her friend along,
Yes.
not necessarily knowing she were married, or they wanted a +1 for her, but not necessarily as a date. Was it any of those?
Well, no. Now, see, here's the thing. Sam's date was also married,
No.
but her husband specifically said that those two could fuck if they wanted to.
Bruh.
So,
How the fuck do you get in these scenarios? How
Yeah.
does this happen to people? Like you.
so the thing is, I didn't know if that was.
Sorry, I can't move on yet. I can't. How does he
Okay,
meet
that's fine.
someone who could ever think like that?
He-
What happens there?
He said the exact same thing to me. He was like, I don't know how I do it, and I don't know what she sees to me. He said to me, I think I'm being punked. I think we're gonna show up to this date and there's
Bear in
gonna be a
mind,
camera crew.
This
who'll
is what I
jump out
judge
and
mate
laugh at us.
Sniffy Dust Sam. Even if this woman is weird and gross, this is still hard to pull off.
Yeah.
But also, like, what scenario do you have to put yourself in?
I don't know.
Like, what do you have to do as a person to meet anyone who has that sort of attitude?
It just happens. But the thing is, it's not the first time that it's happened to me either. This has
That's what
happened
I'm saying.
twice.
It doesn't just happen to me. I've never met anyone like that.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know if that was the same sort of like situation that my date had going on with her fiance. She did seem like very sort of attached to him.
A sentence that we should ever be saying.
So I was just like, look, I'm just gonna have a good night here. I'm just gonna not necessarily be myself, because I did still want these people to like me. So we just had a good night. It was really fun. She brought her friend Ayush, who because they're both from India.
Right.
Ayush is more like fresh off the boat. He's like 3.
God.
I think he's like 3.
Did you say
That's not
Ayush?
Ayush.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant, can you say fresh off the boat?
I think so. I mean, he's fresh. He's only spent like 3 months in this country, so.
Yeah, but I'll have you know, Judd, I've just done my 4-hour-long anti-racism training at work.
Oh, look at me! I love the Indians, me.
So are you allowed to say stuff like fresh off the boat anymore?
I'm allowed to say that because he's
You've been on a date with an Indian, so you're allowed.
Yeah, I'm allowed.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And Ayush is now my new best friend. This is the funny thing.
So also, right, they also did bring another male companion then. So there was three guys, 2 girls.
Yeah. So, but
what was the point of all this?
So then it's like. I don't know, but it's well. First of all, one, I had a really good night. We did have a really good night, and it was a lot of fun. Second off, the girl that Sam was going on the date with seemed to really take a liking to me, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna set you up on like 4 more dates. I've got 4 more friends I want you to see, so we could be having 4 more of these. Yes. But no. So I apparently I've got some more dates out of this, so still worth it. And also,
I don't know, though, when you say stuff when you're drunk, it often doesn't happen, does it? But we can only hope.
I suppose. But also, me and Ayush just like immediately hit it off. Like we were just being so racist.
Maybe you should go out with Ayush then.
Maybe I should. But yeah, it was just a fun night.
What else
I enjoyed it.
Why don't you tell me a bit about them videos you sent me?
Oh, to be honest, I can't even remember sending them. But I was on like basically harder stuff all night because my stomach were like just fucking just churning. So I was like, I'm not gonna drink like fizzy, like gassy beers and stuff.
Yeah, you were having stuff straight, or
I was having like whiskey and stuff. So I was on like double whiskeys all night, and we were having like sambuca shots. So I were fucked. I remember us. We ended up getting kicked out of Washington. We ended up getting kicked out because Sam State got really drunk and apparently was being really rowdy in the girls' toilets. But she says that she was only like being friendly to people. She was being friendly to people all night. So
well,
like,
I mean, she's friendly enough with Sam to fuck him over her fiance anyway, ain't she? So
yeah,
maybe she was doing some stuff like that.
Maybe. I don't know, but yeah. What did I send you? I remember.
So the first video that I remember, you're walking down this like hallway that were painted black, and you were just saying, "Where the fuck am I? I don't know where the fuck I am."
They're just taking me to like a random fucking pub. I was playing it up a bit, to be honest, just to make a stupid video. But I was also a bit like, right, I have not got a fucking clue how to get home. So, but yeah, and then I think I remember sending you a second one where like this, I had like a piss in this toilet, and then I like went to flush it, and the handle just like span the whole way around without flushing. I was just like, all right, okay,
This probably ain't gonna work. Yeah.
yeah.
And then the last one. Do you remember the last one?
I do remember the last one. I got my date to say to you, sort your life out, you curly haired bastard.
She did not seem particularly happy to be filmed saying this, really.
No, she thought it was.
I'm gonna quickly play the audio of that for the podcast because that'll be fun.
Okay.
Where are we? Here we go. Let me turn this up.
Start your life.
Oh, no, it did not like that. One sec. Come on. Where are you? Where's she gone? There she is.
Start your life out, you curly hair bastard.
That's how I knew you were too drunk, because you found that way too funny, and that's your too drunk laugh.
That is my too drunk laugh. I was very drunk. I'd been on double Jack and fucking Sambuca all night. What did you expect?
I've got a request though.
Go on.
I would like to request that you try and recreate that laugh now.
I can't. I don't know how I can't just laugh. I need some.
You've got to use your acting skills to try and recreate your drunk laugh.
Can I hear it? I need to hear it again.
Fair, I'll play it again.
Okay. I'll try and do it at the same time. Like that. That's my drunk laugh.
We didn't hear it. We didn't hear it. Go.
I've lost it now. I go like like that, don't I?
It's too loud. It keeps flipping the microphone and muting. Oh.
Well, because that's my drunk laugh.
So there you go.
That's my Joker laugh. That.
I cannot believe they were married. She does not look like she's old enough to be married, by the way. She looks your age, maybe slightly younger.
I think she might be like 23 or 24. You know.
Well, I'm 24.
Some people get married at that age. Some people just do it.
Obviously not happily.
Like a different outlook.
Did you like that one?
You can't say that. Some people
are going on a date with other people.
Some people are in very happy cuckold relationships, Jacob. I mean, I can't say that on the podcast. Fuck me. But yeah,
maybe one day, Judd. Maybe you'll get a normal date one day.
I don't know if I want to. You know, I don't know if I want to because
live like that every time. That's
because it's more fun, isn't it? There's more stories to tell. Like, I don't want to just fucking sit and have a date where it's like, oh yeah, you know, what do you do? You know, do construct like. That's boring. I want to
without it being like married woman and all fucked up like.
No. They make better stories.
They do. You're not wrong.
Yeah, but in short, we had a good night, and if I'm looking forward to, even if we just all meet up as friends, again and going out drinking, or if any of these other dates do end up happening, I'm looking forward to it because last time was fun.
So I'm wanting to know then, how did the story end with White Nose Sam?
Oh, with his date?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not too sure because I ended up leaving because I'd spent more money than like I'd originally intended to, and it's like, right, I don't have to spend 20 quid for like a taxi back as well. So I got a train. So I like I left
late then.
No, I got home for about midnight. So it wasn't super late, but we had been out drinking from like 3 PM, so yeah, it was, you know, it made sense, but yeah, really good night.
Do it like that.
Yeah.
So, but have you not messaged him, texted him, or anything like that? Ask him what happened.
I've not asked him how it went. I've just honestly, I didn't care.
Do you reckon he went home with this girl then, or not? Or she came back with him?
It's possible. They seem to be hitting it off. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they did go home with each other.
Mm.
And I hope that he did. I hope that he shoved his fucking cock inside of her.
So do I.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you should ask him. And if it's an interesting story, we should have him on next week's podcast to tell it.
Right. Okay.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
What else did I want to ask you, Judd? Oh, did you exchange numbers with this girl or this bloke who she'd brought? 'Cause it seems like you enjoyed him more.
I did actually. I didn't get her number or her Facebook page. Actually, I didn't get her number or her on Facebook, but I did get Ayush on Facebook and Instagram, as well as Sam's dates like Instagram and Facebook stuff. So I got yes. Yeah.
Wow, what a victory for romance! Am I right?
Listen, they say chivalry's dead. I beg to differ.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I am very happy that I don't
With
have
how
to go through any of that shit.
What do you mean go through it? I'd do it all again. It was so fun.
I'd love to go with you. I don't want any of it to like happen to me. I just want to like be there to see what happens.
Mm.
You know? That
Because
sounds
weird
good anyway.
shit, yeah. Weird shit just does happen to me, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, I don't even understand how it happens, but
Yeah.
well, I've managed to keep you talking enough to eat my McDonald's.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
What else have I got to tell you about, Judd? We've got plenty of time for this, I think, actually.
Go on.
I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Judd.
Right.
Have I told you anything about it yet?
A few things.
Have I?
I think. Yeah.
remember.
Like.
So,
Yeah.
basically, right, my favourite game ever. It's on the top of our game rating spreadsheet. I've come up with a good system for that, by the way.
All right.
Which is which lets me sorry, remember what I've asked you. That's like something
Right,
out of
buddy.
Austin Powers. I have to burp after every sentence. God, we're gross. Yeah, it's the highest rated game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the ancient Greece one, on the game I've rated the best, right? I think it's the
Yeah.
best game of all time. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right,
Yeah.
I was tipping to potentially, top the charts instead. Because basically, it looks like it was likely to be the same thing, but Vikings rather than ancient Greece. And you know what? I think Vikings are cooler than ancient Greece. So that could have just put it at the top, right?
Yeah.
But it's all fucked. It's all ruined, Judd. It's
Why?
bad. It's bad. Well,
Is it?
It's not bad, but it's the second worst Assassin's Creed game I've played.
Oh no! Didn't say that. What? The second worst?
Yeah, which is still rated quite highly because it's still like a fairly decent RPG game. But
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the main thing that made it fantastic, so far as I'm concerned, and something that I think almost every single other game should adopt, not online multiplayer and stuff, but like, a lot of other games could be adapted to have this, was that its difficulty level wasn't just bound to like easy, medium, hard type of thing. It gave you more sort of options for what you wanted to be more or less difficult. So it would say, how difficult do you want combat to be? How difficult do you want stealth detection to be? How much do you want there to be map markers to follow to objectives? All of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? It asks you that at the start of Valhalla as well. And I'm thinking, brilliant, nice, that's what I like to see. The main thing is it doesn't fucking matter. It's a lie.
Right.
Because the biggest
Right.
thing for me is the hand-holding with like where to go and quests and stuff, because a lot of games have different combat and detection difficulty, but it's bundled into easy, medium, hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the main thing is like, at its hardest, there's like barely any map markers, and you have to go on like notes that you've been given throughout quest lines, and or like actually listening to characters say things and stuff like that. That's at the hardest. Or the mode that I much prefer is show me exactly where I need to go every single time. Completely hold my hand, because I much prefer the relaxing, just kind of experience. I want my games to be easy. I'm going to be honest. I know a lot of people kind of frown on that. I love me easy games, okay? So I love just chilling and playing them for a little bit.
Okay.
So I did that on Odyssey, and it worked so well. There was a few missions where I had to kind of look it up. A few side missions where I had to do that. You know, kind of the like bigger, find all of these throughout the world type of things.
Yeah.
I had to do it for those. But, you know, it was fine. I kind of understand that. So in Valhalla, you have that slider, but for starters, there's no side missions.
What?
Nope. They've got rid of them. All gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye side mission.
Why?
Because the way it would work in Odyssey is, you'd go and get a viewpoint, common thing in Assassin's Creed, and that'd kind of reveal a section of map, and the side quests in that section of map would be available.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Unless you happen to stumble across the side quest before you reach the viewpoint, in which case it show up on the map without all of the rest of that area showing up. Okay, makes a lot of sense, brilliant. Yeah. But on Valhalla, you do the viewpoint, and it reveals a lot of the map. It does reveal more stuff, but they don't have side quests there. You have to stumble across them in the world, and they're not called side quests either. They're world events, because when you do stumble across these things, if you stumble across them, it will leave a marker on the map. But when you kind of initiate that marker, there's no other help. And this, bear in mind, this is on the setting that is to handhold you as much as possible. And it just doesn't. It's just a fucking lie.
This is please babysit me mode.
Yeah, exactly. And it just doesn't. And now, if you look it up, how world events work now, you shouldn't have to fucking do that. But if you do that, you find out that it's normally the answer to whatever you're supposed to be doing is within a fairly close radius. So that's kind of almost seeming like an excuse for the fact it don't matter that it's not a tracked side quest now, because it's all going to be within that area anyway. No, that's fucking worse, because why not use the scope of your map and all the cool areas and things like that if it would be better? Ghost Hand 246 says, to be fair, the whole tower reveal side objectives will become stale, especially since every Ubisoft game gets used to it. You're fucking wrong. Here's why. Sorry to be so blunt, but in Odyssey, that's not how it worked, because you had a slider. If you set it to the opposite of please hold hand me baby mode, you didn't get the side quests revealed. You had to go and find them, and it didn't show you exactly where to go, even once you'd initiated them, except it was out in the world and everything. Perfect for if that's what you want. But also, if you don't want that, you don't have to either. Whereas in Valhalla, you get no choice, and even if you like going and having to find it without hand-holding, it's worse because it's gonna be close anyway. So there's no advantage to it at all.
So on either situation, it's not as good as it would just be in Odyssey.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is, the characters are not quite as interesting. That's quite just it's fucking Vikings. Come on, how did you make Vikings less interesting? So far, the story's a little bit kind of political focused.
With Vikings?
Yeah, well, they are a bit more political than you think, to be fair, but like, you don't have to be for your fun game. Right? So there's that. Then also, what's the other problem I had? Ghost Hand says, I think they tried the more hands-off approach of stumble upon points of interest from Breath of the Wild. That's still not a positive, though. I would just say that makes Breath of the Wild worse as well. Breath of the Wild should have the do you want hand-holding or not, slider type thing. Another problem is that the kind of skill tree is kind of more annoying. The weapon upgrading system is just worse and more confusing.
My thinking is though is how many changes and sort of additions and takings of away from like the original sort of formula of an Assassin's Creed game does it take to it until it's not an Assassin's Creed game anymore?
Well, this
because
is the
for
thing.
me, for
There's
me,
barely any assassins in it as well.
Yeah, so like for me, it stopped so much being an Assassin's Creed game in the one where it was fucking Egypt, whichever the one that was.
I know what you mean.
Because,
that's when they changed it more from being an action kind of stealth game to being more of an RPG. Now, I really liked that, and that was a welcome kind of change. And it was still an Assassin's Creed game in that because it was literally the origins of the Assassin's Order. Like, that is the Assassin's Creed origins. That's fine.
Yeah.
Something you could say as a downside for Odyssey is it doesn't focus very much on the Assassin Templar thing, but it is there, definitely. Like, you can't argue it's there. So far, in Valhalla, that's another downside in that not really done anything for any assassins. They gave me a hidden blade, I wore it the wrong way around, and they said, oh, you're not supposed to do that, and I was like, nah, I'm good. And then that's kind of it, really. They've not done anything. So that's another downside. And other things, right? In Assassin's Creed Origins, from what I remember, I might be a bit wrong with this, the Egypt one, if you got some new gear, you could, and it looked bad, you couldn't do much about changing its looks. So in Odyssey, very simple, if you get new gear, you can reskin that gear to look like some gear you've previously found. Okay? Brilliant.
Okay.
Great quality of life stuff like that. Really good, really cool, love it. In Valhalla, you can do that, but you have to pay for it. You have to use in-game silver to do that.
Okay.
It's bullshit. It's so that you spend real-world money on buying in-game silver. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I can prove this further, right? I can prove it further, Judd, right? There's so many little cosmetic customizations you can make.
Yeah.
And you can buy that with real-world money if you want some fancy ones. You can change the tree that's in the middle of your camp with some real-world money if you want. So, it's like...
Just stop! Like, the thing is, they know that people don't like this, so why do they keep doing it?
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Because, honestly, what fucking idiot is going, yes, I'll spend £5 to make a tree look different?
Ghost and saying, there's barely any lore that ties with the rest of the series. Also, the Vikings are incredibly sanitized version. Can't have all that rape, murder, and pillage. You know what? You're not too wrong with that. I wouldn't say they're too sanitized because I think a lot of people actually do exaggerate how vicious Vikings were. They weren't idiots. Like, they knew what they were doing. They weren't just complete barbarians. Like, they built some amazing, like, kind of new technologies and things like that.
They invented a lot of our language as well, because obviously a lot of them came over during when they were doing their raiding. So
so they're not too far off, but obviously you're not wrong either because there's no rape. But having said that, the first world event side quest that I stumbled across was how I had to reignite the flame of this couple's like sexual passion by shooting arrows around them and burning the house down so they could have like shag in it. So
what?
No. That was actually probably the best world event I've come across, and you would get kind of some fun side quests like that in Odyssey. They're also saying there's a side effect of the game adopting a live service model light. I suppose that's a decent way of putting how it works because it makes money. Lots of idiots. It kind of does adopt that in a way. It's kind of like takes the concept that Borderlands has a bit far in that, you know, you have raid bosses and different DLC and things like that. But you kind of almost have to pay for upkeep on Assassin's Creed with that a bit. With Odyssey, you don't have to. Like, the entire game without spending any money on it at all is brilliant, absolutely phenomenal, right? You can completely ignore anything that costs real world money, and it's amazing, right? You can't with Valhalla, really, because it takes out a lot of the fun stuff. Imagine, think about some of the best RPG games you've ever played. Skyrim, for example. My favourite quests in Skyrim, and nothing to do with the main storyline. It's like, that Wolf Brotherhood, that one, and then there's loads of them.
Dark Brotherhood, that doesn't have to have anything to do with
side quest
the
chains.
werewolf stuff, doing anything to do with the Daedra.
Yeah,
fucking hell. I did all of the fucking. What was it called? Was it Myers Mora or something? Let me bring up all the Daedra.
Something like that. But anyway, those are some of the most memorable bits of the games. And they've replaced that with shitty we need to add something like, oh, look, there's this. Oh, you stumble across this cat, you have to chase him. Ha ha ha, look, a cat. Oh, look, you caught him. Never mind, that quest's over. I thought I was going to be... because it said speak to this cat when it triggered this storyline. I thought... oh shit, this could be really cool. This could be like a chain of missions where, like, I find this cat that's, like, possessed by one of the gods or something.
Yeah,
that could have been
Hermaeus
cool.
Mora. The Hermaeus Mora questline, I think that was my favourite Daedric Prince one, because I think that was the one that was, like, the big sort of, like, weird tentacle thing that spoke like...
that could have been really cool if they'd done something like that, but literally, no, you just speak to the cat, chase after it, you catch it, and this kid's like, oh, yeah, cool. This cat likes you. Cool. Glad that quest chain's over with. It's like, oh my god. Ghost Hand says, Witcher 3 has some amazing side quests too. Right, okay, hear me out on this. I don't think The Witcher 3 is a very good game. I think it's a slightly good game. It's way overhyped. But, now get this, Judd. The Witcher 3 does side quests way better than Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I hate that I'm saying that.
Yeah.
The characters and everything in Valhalla are better than The Witcher, I think. The voice acting is better, even though it is a bit stale. But, yeah, it's just... they do keep some interesting stuff from Odyssey, and I know I'm shitting on it a lot, but honestly, I still give it a 65 a 75 on the spreadsheet. But the thing is, that's very low for an Assassin's Creed game. I think the only other one that I've given lower is a 74. So it's like, you have to bear it in mind, it's still an Assassin's Creed game, and you're still a Viking going around slaughtering people and stuff. And there's a lot of it, you can do raids as well on places, although, having said that, once you've done a raid, you can never go back and do it again, so that's a bit annoying. You can't raid the same village twice. So far as I know, it might have a cooldown, say, like, it becomes re-raidable. I don't think it does, though. So that to me has been the most fun bit, doing these raids. But again, there's not many of them. And then the story, it's potentially the most disappointing game I've ever played. And bear in mind, it's still getting a 75. I thought it could be my favourite game ever, and it's just become an alright, decent game. That's my Assassin's Creed Valhalla rant. What everyone should take from this, though, is fucking play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Oh my, how have you not played it yet? How many times have I spoken about this? Everyone go and buy Assassin's Creed Odyssey and go and play it. It's the best game.
I'm not big into Assassin's Creed.
Forget about it then. It don't matter. It's irrelevant. It's the best game for everyone, as far as... well, not... that's an exaggeration, but it works so well for anyone. You can tweak it to exactly what you want. Do you want fighting enemies to be hard and realistic? Cool, we got you covered. Do you want it to be piss easy because you're essentially a Greek demigod? Oh, cool, we got you covered. Do you want to be like easily detected because you're essentially just crouching around and not actually even hiding? Yeah, okay, fine, that's fine. Do you want to be like not easily detected at all because you just want to stab someone in the neck? Yeah, nice, cool.
Seen a lot of really good reviews about this game, but it is £50.
It's brilliant. Oh no, if you go on like CD Keys, it won't be. Let's have a look.
Well, I'll have a look on CD. We've done this whole thing before. We've gone on CD Keys and had a look at it. I'll go on CD Keys and have a look in my own time.
Well,
maybe when I get paid on Friday, I'll have a look
here now. If you've got a way to play, it's £13, Judd. Come on.
All right. Well,
£13.
well.
On this website, it's rated 100 out of 100. So
Well, look, I'm not playing any single player stuff at the moment. So on Friday, I will go on CD Keys and I will
Send
buy
you the link
Assassin's
and
Creed
everything.
Odyssey. You'll have to remind me
bear
though,
in mind,
because
it
I
might
will
not
forget.
be, it might not be that price for forever. You know, it might.
Yeah, you might
Ghostan
change, fair enough,
says,
but-
I am not into the more action-focused direction of Odyssey. It doesn't have to be action-focused. This is my point. It can be whatever you want. Especially with the heavier RPG elements, just not my thing. Then don't... Oh, God, people... I think Odyssey's just misunderstood, to be honest. Because it's not action-focused. You don't have to be action-focused. You can... It's a bit like Borderlands, but kind of better in this aspect, in that spec into stealth stuff then, and make it a stealth game, or spec into ranged things, make it a shooter game. Spec into whatever you want. It's so diverse, and the thing is, with each direction that you go in with the diversity, it's really good at it because you get to choose what it is. It's fantastic. I love it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, fantastic. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, huge disappointment. And I've played Cyberpunk 2077. Well, started.
That was
I can't bring myself to finish it.
That was a fucking disappointment. Good God.
Mm.
How much longer have we got?
10 minutes. What have you been playing, Judd?
It's not what I've been playing. It's what I've been watching.
Oh, do you want a
Jake.
quick tell?
Jake, can we please talk about Invincible? I've been dying to talk about fucking Invincible.
I think we can manage to talk about it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Briefly before we do, I've been watching something called Jupiter Ascending that I'm going to be telling you about next week.
I thought it was. I thought it was Jupiter's.
Jupiter something then.
Jupiter's. Fucking hell! What's
The
it called?
Jupiter one.
Yeah,
Netflix.
I literally just.
You know what I mean? It's similar to The Boys ish.
Jupiter's Legacy.
Then Jupiter's Legacy.
Yeah.
It's similar to The Boys, kind of. Spoilers,
Yeah.
but probably not as good. But Jupiter's Legacy. Yeah, there we go. I've been watching that. I'll tell you about that soon. Seems alright.
Okay. Yeah,
but
I do want
Invincible.
to start watching that.
I think we
Invincible.
may have talked about this a bit already, but go on. You know, you
Jake.
you jizz about Invincible. It's fine.
Jake, if this show keeps being as good as it is, it's gonna be better. In my opinion, it's gonna be better than my favorite show of all time, Breaking Bad. If it
Right.
keeps this up, because I've been obsessed with this show. Like honestly,
It's very good. I think
I-
you like it more than it deserves. I think objectively, it's not as good as you say, but
That's fine. I don't know why it's just fucking clicked with me. So I don't know why. I think it's just I don't know. I can't put my finger
you
on
get
it.
a lot of these kind of trying to take superheroes in a different direction type shows
Yeah.
now, though. You see, so it's not quite as original as it might be, but it's animated and animated in like an American style, like American Dragon, kind of Kim Possible. You know those types of American.
Yeah.
Not Kim, maybe not Kim Possible, but like how the DC animated universe, the what's it called, the Justice
Go on.
League animated
Yeah.
series, kind of a
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
like
just,
that.
yeah.
Ghostan says, as someone who read the comics, it goes places.
No, I know. I've kind of spoiled it a little bit for myself because
Why do you do that?
No, but that was because like it was back when I didn't think I'd ever be watching like Invincible. I was just like, oh, I'll look into it a bit, and then I decided to like watch it, and now I'm wishing that I hadn't like in the first fucking place. So
Yeah,
but it's
but anyway, as I was saying though, you're getting a lot of these things where it's like it's purposefully taking a lot of typical superhero types and powers and
Yeah.
just giving them a name that fits well enough, because that's not important. It's all these like different direction we're taking them. First one that I was aware of was The Boys.
Yeah.
I suppose Watchmen maybe, but The Boys, where it's like Homelander and Maeve or whatever she's called. So it's that's
Queen
like
Maeve.
Superman and Wonder Woman, you know, like them. And then in Invincible, you've got Omni-Man and I don't know, some others. They all have typical powers. And there's a fast one.
well,
There's like
I mean, yeah. There's fucking Red Rushes, The Flash, fucking I think he's literally just called the Martian. It's Martian Manhunter. Fucking
There's like
War
a guy
Woman
who
is
has a,
Wonder Woman. Yeah,
there's someone who can
So-
duplicate. There's like, there's all sorts.
yeah,
And then even on this Jupiter's Legacy show I've been watching, they've got so the Omni-Man is superhero. So we've got Homelander and Omni-Man who are copying Superman, and then we've got the Utopian on Jupiter's Legacy. They're all the same one, okay? you
Yeah.
know, but they all try
There's-
this.
yeah, there's
what
always
if,
a
like,
yeah.
superheroes were a bit more realistic and dark and had, ultra human flaws? Because obviously Spider-Man has human flaws, but like
yeah,
we're talking like underbelly level flaws, like
yeah,
sexual mummy problems and like big bad drug habits and stuff. And
Yeah.
The Boys obviously kind of was the first one I was aware of. Invincible is a bit different with that, isn't it? It's a little bit different.
yeah. So Invincible is I think the main sort of draw for a lot of people of Invincible is sort of the mystery, and I'll not say what the mystery is, but it's honestly
The mystery?
yeah, the mystery.
Not
Why do
too
you do
much
it?
Mystery. Oh yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. So and it's leading towards that reveal. I think the thing that
To
gets
be honest,
it for me.
yeah, without saying what the mystery is, it's a very good mystery because
Yeah.
the fact that I was saying what the mystery is a good thing, right? Because it did not overhype a reveal on the mystery too much to the point where
Yeah.
anything was going to be disappointing. And I know
Yeah.
that's a bit annoying to say without giving spoilers, but like, it's
Yeah. I think what it is for me is that I sort of like love the sort of like fights in Dragon Ball Z, and I
you
love.
just explain this. I gotta do some sec. Carry on.
Okay, I love ultra violence. So when the fight scenes are happening in Invincible, they're quite reminiscent to like the old sort of like Dragon Ball Z fights, and they're not afraid to just fucking like wipe out cities during these fights. It's like I was watching. I think it was Moist Critical that said this. When you watch like a superhero movie, unless it's maybe like like a Deadpool, like fucking Spider-Man, one of the Spider-Man movies. There's a scene in one of the Spider-Man movies where there's a school bus full of kids and they're hanging off of the side of the bridge, and it's like, is this bus gonna fall? And it's like, of course the bus isn't gonna fucking fall. You're watching a Spider-Man movie. It's rated fucking 12. You think they're just gonna murder a school bus of children in a fucking Spider-Man movie? No. But like Invincible, it's like they'll just fucking wipe out cities. They don't give a fuck. They'll have apartment blocks fucking fall over because some dude's just been fucking launched into it. They'll have I don't know, maybe if there's to do with fire powers, maybe they'll just burn down a fucking school. It's Invincible. They don't give a fuck. And I think it's that sort of like urgency and that sort of grandiose nature of like sort of like the fights. It's like being a human in this world. It'd be fucking terrifying. If you got if you being a human in a world where there's supers would be fucking terrifying. To know that there's a Superman flying around that can just like smash through fucking mountains. That scare the goddamn shit out of you.
Yeah,
But-
it's very interesting. They don't take that direction too much with the Jupiter's Legacy one. It's
Yeah.
more about kind of a new generation of superheroes coming out. If that makes like the handover to the new kids type
Yeah.
of thing. So it is all different, nuanced areas, and I think the best one out of them for me is Invincible. Because have you seen The Boys, have you seen both seasons?
So I'm on season 1, episode 7 at the moment.
Hmm.
So
Ghoston says,
I think that-
although I think they may deviate with some plot points from the comics, since they already changed some stuff from season 1, so it might end up being a bit of a Game of Thrones type scenario where they just kind of, it's same characters but different universe type of thing.
listen, as long as Amber dies, I'm happy. because fuck
Who's
Amber.
His girlfriend.
She was Mark's girlfriend who was like, I know that you're a superhero, but I'd rather you focus on our relationship.
She's not.
than
She doesn't say that, and she's not that bad. I still don't want him to be with her. I want him to be with that redhead, obviously. But
no, you want him with Adam Eve, honestly. Honestly, Adam
yeah,
Eve is
it's good.
fucking
Really good show.
fine.
I like
I'm
it
gonna
a
look up
lot.
some Adam Eve Rule 34 real quick.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I think there's not really much else to say about it, really, is there? Other than good show, watch it. I think we were saying, and we did talk about this before on podcast, because I remember saying that you were kind of saying you could see it being similar to The Boys in popularity, so how good it is. But I said it won't be, because there'll be a hurdle of the fact that it's animated, and especially animated in that style as well. That people... It's weird. It's combining like a kids type animation with quite an adult type of concept. Which also the fact that it's an adult type of concept and superheroes, it's a bit kind of, it's a perfect sweet spot for people like us. And I think it'll become a bit of a cult classic. I reckon they'll manage 3 or 4 seasons of it at most, and it'll be adored by the people that like it.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that that fucking meme blew up as well is gonna have a big impact on it, because memes have like a big sort of impact on what people watch. Like I first started really wanting to watch The Boys because of how many memes started fucking popping up, like well, if it ain't the invisible cunt, and stand back or I'll laser the fuck out of every single one of you. Like, there's some good memes that's come from The Boys. And the fucking Think Mark meme has just gone massive. Like,
it is
I'm
funny,
sure
it's good.
I'm sure there's a Think Mark meme for like every single thing.
It always ends up being, doesn't there?
Yeah, I told you, didn't I? I don't know if I told you. You know the girl who drew the sort of like some characters from my D&D campaign.
Yeah.
I got her to draw a Think Mark meme for my campaign because I just wanted it. I'll send you it. It's like the main villain from my campaign, like in that position that Omni-Man's in with one of the fucking one of the player characters. I'll send you it on Facebook real quick. But the second I saw that blowing up, I was like, yeah, no, I need one now for my fucking fan.
Do you know what is quite good about it as well? That
I just sent you on Facebook.
Sometimes people miss. It's not too complicated.
Yeah.
The story either. It's nicely simple. It's good. It is very good. PP Master says Pimp Gang Chimpin. Cool. Good.
We are chimping.
We need that intelligent commentary on this podcast. But that's going to be it for the podcast recording. Stick around because the live stream continues after the podcast recording. But that's it for the recording. Say goodbye to podcast, Judd.
Bye, podcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye, podcast. We'll never do it ever again. No, that's a lie.
Thank
right.
fuck.